Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Zarea. It has been wonderful to meet and get to know you guys virtually through our class discussions. I'm also really looking forward to viewing your videos and learning from you about different resources with copy editing. So the resource that I'm going to talk to you about is called Grammar Refresher, and it's from Excelsior College. You can reach it from the technical editing resources link that was shared to us in week 7. I'm also going to copy and paste this URL into the video's description. So the reason I chose this resource was that when I was working on a copy editing assignment, I found myself looking up different grammar questions quite extensively. So I realized that I just didn't remember all the rules for the correct use of colons or hyphens or capital letters. So if you feel that you are in the same position, that a quick grammar refresher would be helpful, I feel like this resource would be exactly what you are looking for. So to access it, you can either click on this link in our week 7 resources. I have it pulled up though, and it is here. Okay. And again, I copied this URL and it's in the description. So this is the resource, the Excelsior Online Writing Lab. So first I'm going to talk to you about the resource. We're going to go over what it offers. I will also talk about different benefits that I identified from using it and what other professionals are saying, as well as limitations to the resource. So this is the online grammar refresher provided for free from Excelsior College. And you can see that they have different grammar topics. So you can learn about apostrophes, commas, hyphens, and dashes, pronoun agreement, quotation marks, run-on sentences, etc. Okay, I'm just going to choose the very first one, apostrophes. And once you click on any one of these modules, it opens up into an interactive format. So here is the interactive interface. Now, I'm not sure if you're like me, but I feel like this screen is really cluttered. We have things on the left-hand side, and then the lesson is just taking up quite a bit of room, but there's also a lot of just information going on. So if you like to simplify your screen for learning, take advantage of this tool with the 2 arrows that are pointing in either direction that provides you a full screen view, which is what I have. Okay, so anyway, this is the grammar refresher. All of these modules are built very, very similar. So to navigate back and forth in between these slides, just use your arrow keys. I'm going to use my arrow key to the right to advance. Every module begins with an introduction, and I'm not going to go over the content that's in these modules. I'm just going to talk about the tool as a whole. So know that every module will have an introduction, such as this. It's going to have an explanation of what you're going to learn. And then it will have a practice question. And I felt like these were really helpful for me just to see where my expertise was at. So for example, the cats, apostrophe S, were sunbathing on the roof of my car. And it gives you 3 choices. I'm just going to choose one at random, and I'm going to say the sentence is correct as it is. Once you think that you have it, click check. And in this case, I got it wrong. So incorrect. An apostrophe is used to show possession or contrast, not plurality. What I liked about this was that if you answered it wrong, it told you why it was wrong. And if you click on show solution, it will tell you that this is the correct answer up here. All right. To keep on going, press your arrow to the right. It goes through a lesson for you about proper apostrophes. It gives you examples, when to use it, when not to use it, more practice questions. If you ever feel like you don't necessarily need the practice questions, you can jump ahead to these arrows towards the right-hand side of the menu, and those begin almost like a quiz. And so if you can work your way through the quiz, it will give you results at the very end, your last question, as well as a summary. Okay. What I appreciate about this was that it was interactive, it was quick, and it told me exactly what I had answered incorrectly and what I had answered correctly. So this is the tool. If you feel like you finished one module and would like to begin another, just click your back arrow and you're back into the home screen. So different things that I liked about this. I appreciated that this tool was free. After looking at a lot of the resources that were provided for us in week 7, not all of them were free. So I did appreciate this was available to everyone. What I also appreciated was that they broke it up into different grammar subjects. So apostrophes, commas, hyphens, and dashes, for example. So whatever you feel that you need to brush up on, you can click and work through just that module instead of going through a ton of material. Another benefit that I appreciated was that these were pretty quick modules for me to work through. When I did these, it took me about 10 minutes to get through each one, and I felt pretty confident at the end of it that I had understood and remembered the material. For me, I haven't had a grammar refresher since I was in high school. So if you have a similar situation, then this might actually be really helpful to just help remind you of different grammar rules, and then also feel empowered when you're working through the quiz to put everything that you learned in that refresher into action. Some different things that other people are saying about this tool. So it is on our resources link. Again, that's back here. Another place that I found it was, it was talked about in this 2018 conference, Elgin Community College. It was one of the sessions. Here it is. It was one of the breakout sessions they presented on this tool. And honestly, those were the two main places online where I found references to this. Both very positive in promoting it. It's just not a tool that's very widely known. And so I did appreciate how it was included on our technical editing resources link list. Okay. And then finally, different limitations that I see with this. Not everybody likes to feel quizzed, and these modules are really built in a quiz interface. So if that's not a preferred learning style, then this might not be the greatest tool for you. Maybe working through different grammar tutorials online or YouTube videos or professional literature or books, that might be more what you're looking for. For myself, I actually prefer an interactive learning environment, so having the quiz along with the lesson was very helpful. Another thing that I didn't appreciate was that the slides sometimes felt a little bit cluttered. So I'll see if I can give you an example of that. Let me just choose kind of a random slide. There's a lot of text on each of these slides, and that can be a little bit overwhelming. There's not a lot of white space or negative space for reflection. So if that's something that you care about, then this also might be a limitation. I didn't feel like this took away from the power of the tool. It was just a design issue. So in conclusion, the online writing lab from Excelsior College provides a grammar refresher tool. I found this really helpful for me to brush up on different grammar questions. I appreciated that the tool was free and that it has been presented about in professional conferences. I felt that a limitation was that it does use a quiz format, and so for everyone, this might not be their preferred style. However, I really did appreciate using it, and I felt really empowered as I was going through. I remember different lessons that I had in grammar in high school, and I felt very confident that I'd be able to use that knowledge going forward. So I hope that this tutorial and tool was helpful for you. I look forward to watching your videos and learning from you. Thank you so much.